I'm going to be making another large flower for outdoors. These flowers are fairly large. We're talking about 3 to 4 feet wide. And I'm going to be using 21-inch mesh. And I'm going to be doing this as an Easter flower because I'm actually going to put this one on my brick wall at the front of my house. And I'm using this really gorgeous pink, lavender, and dark purple heavily foiled Deco mesh. And it's absolutely stunning. This is so pretty. And I'm also going to be using some lavender 10-inch wide foiled Deco mesh for the inner part. And I'm going to be playing with a few different centers. I got this Deco mesh at Deco Exchange, and they have quite a few rolls. So if you guys want to make one of these flowers with this mesh as well, you can get the mesh at decoexchange.com, and the number is RE1047W4. Again, it's RE1047W4, and it's light purple, dark purple, and pink. So pretty. So we're going to be using the large board, okay? And I've already loaded one, but I will show you what I'm going to be doing and how we're going to load it. This petal is a fairly easy petal. You won't see any frays. And it's the Gerbera flower petal that I've done before. So what you're going to do is you're going to preload your board on row 2. Now I'm not putting green leaves or anything on this one because this is going to be an Easter flower, so I don't want green on it. And it's going to be big enough that, like I said, I'm going to put it on the front of my house. It's going to look beautiful. So what we're going to do is on row 2, you're going to preload going down and up your board. And we're going on row 2, we're going to skip every other hole. Okay? So where it says number 2, you're going to skip that one. So we're going to do every other hole, because on row 3, we're going to load all of row 3, and this petal on row 3 will cover up the blank spot on row 2. So we're going to be needing 16 pieces of this 21-inch mesh, which is perfect because this roll will give you 17 pieces, and this end piece that's on the roll, which is all jacked up anyways, I'm going to be using for my center. So it works out to be perfect because I'm going to, like I said, you need 16 of these ones. So we'll be doing 8 on number 2, 8 on number 3, and number 4 and 5, I'm going to be using this 10-inch lavender, which is just as pretty, and it's wide foiled. Okay, so again, we're going to preload our board closed. So when you're looking at the board, you're not going to go where number 2 is. So skip where the number 2 is, and you're going to preload every other hole on row 2. Okay, so all the way around. You're going to fully load row 3. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to fully load row 4, which is another 8, and you're going to load row 5, which is 4. Okay, but 2 and 3 are the ones that we're going to be using this 21-inch mesh. Alrighty, I know this mesh is fabulous. Hold on one second. The monster furnace is yelling at me. Hon? Hey, can you shut off the furnace? The joys of an old house. use is this orange center, and I will never make a flower with an orange center. I don't know why, I just don't like orange centers. So I'm going to cover this. Instead of wasting it, I'm going to cover it. I also have, probably won't use it, but I do have purple burlap that I can while back that and I wrapped it with rope. And I have this really, really pretty one that Nancy James made me, and it's pearls, but they're iridescent pearls, so it gives it that purple shimmer. So once the flower's complete, I'm going to see which one I like best, and it's probably going to be the one I cover with this, because I am going to put it outside. So we want to make sure that, and I don't have an overhang on my porch, my front porch, so I want to make sure it can withstand the weather. The weather. Okay, let's get this party started. So like I said, you're preloading every other hole on row 2. So you So I've cut my mesh 21 by 21. Like I said, you should get 17 pieces out of it if it's a full 10-yard roll. Sometimes it's not, so, but we only need 16, so we're good there. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your 10 or your 20 and then we're going to take this corner and bring it down to this corner. Now you might want to have a couple clothespins handy. Y'all know I love me clothespins, because this is heavy foiled Deco mesh, so it really does have a mind of its own. So what I've been doing is just sticking a clothespin at the top here as I match up the edges. And that way, once I go to this side, it's not going to come back, because that's what it was doing. It kept rolling back on me, and it was very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. You guys have seen me do this petal with the 10-inch mesh, so it's pretty much the exact same way, except with 21-inch, and you'll get a big, huge petal. So any flower that you guys have seen me make, if you try it with 21-inch mesh, you will just get a super ginormous flower, which is really great because they are awesome for outside on your fence, or like I said, I'm putting mine on my house. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take this corner. See, this is what I mean. That's why I put the clothespin. And fold it over till it matches up in the center, or the center, wherever you're from. And then you're going to take this one and fold it over, just a little over top of that first one. Okay? And this is the shape you get. Damon, there's tons of people selling flower centers. You're just not on the wrong site, dude. Or the right site. Okay, so look how pretty this is. That's it. So I'm going to snip a little bit of the end off, the tail, and then I'm going to slide it just right in, about an inch in, or until it actually hits the bottom of your petal. Can you see how it's hitting the bottom of this spade-looking formation? Once it hits the bottom, then you can stop and just pull your zip tie. Okay, so we'll do another one. I love how the shape goes. So very pretty. I know Dana, right? He needs to catch up. We have a lot of people that makes all kinds of center. Paint pour centers, the styrofoam centers wrapped in twine and pearls, and crackle centers, and oh my gosh, all kinds of centers. I just teach people how to make my own, but there is a lot of people out there that don't want to make their own. Like those beehives that Monkey's Creations makes. Yeah, I ain't gonna sit there and do that. I'll make her send me one. Okay, again in your triangle. He did do good the other night. My God, I laughed. So I needed that laugh. I was laughing so hard. It was a great live. And you know why it was great, you guys? I'm going to say it even though he's on here. It's because he was out of his element. He was totally out of his element. So he's like the flailing like the rest of us, but he did amazing. So you guys, he is just like the rest of us, learning as well as we're learning. Like I can't make a bow to save the life of me, but I still go on and try. So you're going to cut your zip ties off. Now you can do it as you're going, or you can wait and do it as you finish your whole circle here. You're going to make a big sunflower this weekend? Oh, good Lord. Good thing people are trapped inside and they need entertainment. If you need some laughs, you got to go watch. So this is all going to roll up on them. Oh, that's going to be funny. I was going to use this as a tutorial, but I don't think I'm going to be able to now because I'm like laughing through this whole thing. Anyways, okay, still we got our triangle shape. Just flop it over. Damon, this one might be easier for, no, the other one will be easier. I think he watched me do the other one. There we go. Yeah, you're going to have to clean up, dude. They're fun to make, though, and they're not hard. Who's going to make your center, or are you just going to use one of those bot ones? Yeah, it was a fun, very fun live to watch. Now, this is where it becomes a problem because the flower gets so big that you don't have a place to put it and then make your petal at the same time. So you're just folding it into a triangle and then folding over the two edges. Then I just kind of swing it to the left of me because I'm right-handed, and then I just squish this in the tail, and it gives you this like spade-like formation. I cut a little bit of the tail off, and then we're just going to stick it in the zip tie. This flower is going to be so pretty. So what I'm doing is this side seems to have like the cut edge, and then this side has the finished edge. And if you have them all facing going the same way, you can put this cut edge underneath the next door neighbor guy where it has the finished edge, and then you don't see it. I got toilet paper, Bud Light, and dog food. And Dave's got enough stuff to make butter tarts, and I got my cheesy Doritos. I'm good. Yeah, I was going to clean today, and then I found out the joy of them closing even the colleges now till the end, or till April 5th, which means I have a cleaning crew. And because they're at home from school, they ain't leaving the house, so guess what they get to do? They're going to clean. This house is going to be spick and span. Dave was at Walmart. Oh my gosh. I knew I shouldn't have sent him, but I did. Because I actually have a compromised immune system. So we're trying not for me to go out to too many places. So I get to sit in isolation in my house, and I am with crafting, so I am so fine with that. So I have already done row 2 now, and that's 8 petals. So now no, skip some, Damon. It depends what flower you're making. If you're making the sunflower, you can skip it as well. It depends on what mesh you have too. So this is a heavy foiled mesh, so you really can't see through it. And if you're using like a fabric mesh, Damon, you can use every other hole as well. So just pay attention. Do this one tomorrow. It's easy. Since you're actually paying attention, just watch and do this one tomorrow with yellow. It's just as pretty. It will look just like a sunflower. The only thing is you'll cuss with this curling thing there. So you just put your hand in the middle, bring it over to the corner, bring this one over, flip it, scrunch it. Gives you this really cool looking petal. You don't need a pattern. Good Lord. This has got to be the easiest thing ever compared to some of those wreaths that you make. So, and then zip it. See? Now you don't see anything. And then I'm going to put light purple in here. Now, if you're doing all of it with these big, huge petals, you would definitely skip. You wouldn't do all the row 4. Okay, you would skip some because it's big mesh. But I'm using just lavender 10-inch in my middle section because I didn't want it all being this. I wanted to break it up a bit. So I only needed 1 roll of this. If you're going to do all large petals, you will need more than 1 roll. But you can pull out any color that's in here to break it up. And if you really like purple, you guys need to go and get this mesh because this is like extreme purple divine. You want me to flip it over? Hold on. Yes, these are 21 by 21. Okay, I'm going to flip it over, Demon. I'm caught. Don't wear jewelry. Okay, row 2. I've skipped every hole. And the holes I skipped, row 3 is going to cover. Do you see that? Okay. Row 2. So there's a zip tie, skip, zip tie, skip, zip tie. And then you go down to row 3 and there's 8 holes. We're going to do all these because these are going to cover right here. And that's all you need for the 21. If you still want to continue with the 21, you will then skip these, but you'll go like right here. So you'll put one right here, skip this one, put one here, skip this one. So it all, goes down. So there's always a petal where there's a blank spot. But I am doing 10-inch on 4 and 5 because I want to break up this color. Plus, I only had 1 roll. I only ordered 1 roll, so if you have a warehouse, well, I do have a warehouse, but I don't have this in it. I did get 15 skids of mesh. I kind of wish it was toilet paper now. I'd be very rich. So fold it over, swing it, whether you're left-handed or right-handed. Scrunch it up. I just cut some of the tail off so it's not all getting caught. And you do need a big table for this because it does get fairly large. I'll put it on my front door and I'll see how big it is, but it is going to be on my wall, my brick wall out front porch, my front porch. me come out. Oh, this is beautiful mesh. But get it now. When I talked to Damon last night, he had 60 something rolls, and I have a feeling it will go really fast because it's absolutely beautiful. I don't know where I put the paper for what the number was again. Is Tina Kelly on here? Did she maybe happen to write the number down? Oh, here it is. The number of the mesh again is RE1047W4. Make sure you get some. Deco Exchange also has the boards, and I believe Trendy Tree has this mesh too, if I'm not mistaken. So wherever your favorite store is, they probably have something. And now you don't have to use this one, but the heavy foil is so pretty. It will be sparkly in the sun. So I'm putting the cut edge of each petal underneath the finished edge of the petal beside. I have done this several times with 10 by 10, and you can find those on my YouTube channel. But we're coming out with the huge flowers that you can use for home decor. So a couple matching flowers on your house and then one on your front door. I did topiaries with these, just with stuff from the Dollar Tree, and I did post that. The topiary ones are so pretty. I'm going to put those ones out by my pool because I can't kill those ones. I forget to water the ones by my pool all the time, and I always kill them. Just make sure if you're going to put them right out into the weather that you spray them. Okay? What you want to do is you don't need to protect it from the water. You need to protect it from the sunlight. Okay? So if you want it to last a little bit longer, now it's not going to last forever. It's plastic. But if you do want it to last, you can use like a Scotch Guard. I got this from Amazon. Because Deco Mesh is plastic, so it holds up in rain really well. It just doesn't keep its color in the sun. This one I'm using is 21-inch mesh, and I cut it in a 21-inch square, so 21 by 21. And you can pretty much see the size of the flower it's making. Now, you wouldn't probably want to make this for your front door. However, it would look really cool if you had two of them on either side of your front door, and then maybe like a solid purple on your door. That would look really cool. But a smaller one for your door. So I just lift up the one beside, so because you can see this cut edge, so I just put it underneath so I have this nice finished edge that's showing. And this flower is really, really easy to make. Like I said, the only thing is you need space, because it does get really, really big. Yeah, this petal is very popular. I like this petal too because you don't see frays. And you don't have to worry about wood burning and all that stuff. And you can use it either way. You can use it with the fold facing up, or you can use it with the fold facing down. And it actually gives it a different look each way. gosh, I love this mesh. And I'm not a purple lover. I really, really like pink, but with that hint of pink in with the purple, it's stunning. Gorgeous. Look how huge this thing. Look at the side view. It's really cool. All right, so we have 2 pieces left. Oh, 1 piece. Oh, that's right, because I had cut 17 pieces. That's right. We only need 16 21 by 21 pieces. But I'm going to use some of this for the center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this board over and just make sure I got every zip tie. And what I mean by that is if I pull on these, they shouldn't come loose. And that's just a double check to make sure I got them all. Oh, not that one. Yep, they're all in. Okay, so now we're going to do 10-inch pieces. So now I'm on row 4. And like I said, you can continue if you have another roll of this mesh. You can continue with this mesh. You just have to do every other hole. I'm mangling it here. God, it's big. But I'm going to use 10-inch because I'm going to break it up. And I just want to use some light purple. Yeah, I did make a poinsettia with this. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see whimsical poinsettia, and that's what I did with red. Okay. Oh, this is so much weird. It's so weird using this now. I hope it looks okay because it's awfully small now. I never thought of that. Look at the petal comparison. Can you guys see that? Oh, I'm not too sure. It looked good in my head. I know what I'm going to do. Okay. Change of plan. Change of plans. I think I might just do a big ruffle in here. Let's see if that will work. Didn't quite think of that. So, I'm just trying something here, guys. So let me cut this at 20 inches. And then I'm going to make a ruffle. Just like that. And now I'm going to, oh, yep, this might work. Or, wait a sec, wait for it. Let me try it like this. Oh, yep, this will work. Okay, we got a winner. Okay, I'll show you what I did. This will work beautifully. So we still preloaded. Now what I did is I cut 20 inches. Okay. Scrunch it right up the middle. Okay, just like that. Flip your ruffle up. And then see how it's like a fan? I'm going to put this folded edge into my zip tie. This is I did a flower for Waterman's Loft, kind of like this, but it was with 21 inch. But this actually looks better. I just made a new flower. Voila! Okay. Now I did cut 10 by 10 pieces. I'm still going to use these. I'm just going to put it over top of each other here, just like that. And the only reason I cut it at 20 inches, because I want a very full ruffle. And I'm working on row 4 right now. Because watch when let me just put this in the center for a sec. Look how cool that's going to look. Eh? What about this one? Oh, that's even cool too. Origami. You're right, Dana. It's just the way you fold your things. I was just making it work. Plus, this mesh, although it's absolutely gorgeous and stunning, it's not like really, it's not inexpensive. So if you can use one roll and accentuate it with something else a little more less inexpensive, hey, more bang for your buck. And then I'll open up these ruffles and we'll put the center right there. It's going to look fabulous. Fabulous, I say. Purple, everyone knows pink's my favorite, but this purple, I think I'm loving it. And the purple I am using with the 10-inch is just a wide foil deco mesh. So it's not a value deco mesh, and it's just got a little bit of a wider foil than a normal everyday deco mesh, and I love it. It's my in my door and everything does not have an overhang, so when the sun shines, whatever is on my door is shining away. And if you want to use these outside, you definitely, like by the pool or your garden, you definitely want it to have some shine. I think I did good. What a good improvise, right? Look at that. Wasn't even planning this way. And if I would have told somebody I made it on purpose like that, they would probably said, yeah, you did. It was funny when we were at Crafters Convention and Lisa Kellum from Kellum's Creation, she's a bit short. Oh, we should have got Connie to hold one up. She would have disappeared. Anyways, Lisa Kellum's a little, you know, vertically challenged, I shall call it. And all you can see is her legs from the bottom of the flower. It was so funny. I really wish I would have got Connie to hold one up now. That would have been hysterical. I love Connie, but she's vertically challenged too. All right, we're done. Our ruffles. Just open them up, give it her fluff. Push your petals in. And now let's do something fun with, oh, we have one more. Never mind. Hold on. I have one more. Was she taller than you, Wendy? I didn't think you were that short. Well, then you would have disappeared too then. Yeah, it's pretty gorgeous, I know. It's just playing with mesh, y'all. That's all it was. I was fooling around with some 21-inch mesh because I had a whole bunch in my closet. And figured out, oh my gosh, if I just fold them the same way as I do the 10-inch, we have ginormous flowers that we can be used for outside. Because the whole thing is plastic. The zip ties are plastic, the board's plastic, the mesh is plastic. Perfect for outdoor decor. I can see stores wanting to sell these, guys. I really can. You guys need to get on these. I personally don't want to make them. You guys go make them. I just show you. I teach you. All right, now we're done. So, Wendy's itty bitty, but I didn't think she was shorter than Lisa Callum. Okay. Whoa. Now is where I have to stand. Because when you're littering, you have to stand because it's too big. Okay. So, you guys were saying the darker purple. Where is it? I already have in mind what I want to do. So, I'm just going to play with different centers, and you guys can decide whatever you guys want to make. So, this is just a half of a styrofoam ball. I believe it was a 6-inch styrofoam ball. And this is just rope from the dollar store. I made this last year. And you just spiral it around with glue, just like Michelle from Monkey's Creation shows you guys all the time to do with the twine. I just used purple rope and some floral pins and glue and some pipe cleaners. So this is the purple. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it, so I'll just put it right on top. Look how cool that is. That is wicked cool. Wicked cool. Look at the size of this thing. It doesn't even fit in my camera. Okay, so that's the purple. This is the pearl, which I like the pearl, but I don't think it would stand up outside. Same with this. Now, if I had a porch, I would definitely use this. Like a porch with an overhang. But when it rains, this will be soaked because I have nothing to block. So I could also have used this purple that I bought at Halloween at the dollar store, our dollar store. So if you want to make, I'll show you guys, if you want to make a ruffle center, which is very popular, ruffle with burlap, you don't need any styrofoam or anything. All you have to do is go down and up your hole. So you're going to have four pieces. You take your burlap, cut it about 24 inches, and you do this for any kind of flower if you want a ruffle center. Now this is only 5 inches wide. And all you have to do is scrunch right up the center of your burlap. Okay, you have a little kind of bow type thing. The center of your burlap is where you're going to put it over top of your zip tie. and zip it up. Now this burlap is going to look really, really nice, but it's not going to. When you cut this off and start putting more, the other 4 pieces of your burlap into the other holes, it will fill up. The whole center will fill up with burlap. And you will have a ruffled center. Now, it doesn't look the greatest on this flower because I have this burlap is kind of. So, what I'm going to do that I don't like, and I have a piece of this mesh, and I was watching Connie by Wreaths by Connie, and she covered her center with matching mesh, which was brilliant, and I'm sure other people have done it too. I just happened to see Connie do it first, so I'm going to wing this because I didn't really see her cover it. So I'm going to pretend I know what I'm doing. Now we had this extra piece, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, but let's get some floral pins out because I'm sure I'm going to need them. Actually, you know what I use instead of floral pins on the back of my my styrofoam things? Because sometimes, if for instance, if you're using these flat ones, you have to cut down your floral pins because they're a little bit wide. So what I've done is I bought these jewelry pins. You know, they hold on your necklaces when you get them in a box and stuff. And they're really, really cheap on Amazon, these jewelry pins. And they're short. And they kind of have like a round to them. So this rounded piece actually digs in the styrofoam. They work amazing. So I'm just going to fold this in half. That's what I'm going to do. I'm winging it here. I'm winging it. Okay. I have this thing. I don't like orange. I don't even know where I got the orange center from. But I will never use it. But let me cover it up and we'll see. Now I'm not going to do it like this. I just want to see what it would look like. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, it's perfect. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to pin the crap out of this. I could probably glue it, but I think pinning it first because I have like 4 layers of mesh here since I folded it up. Yeah, you can take paper clips too, and cut them in half. But these things on Amazon, these little jewelry pins, perfect. They're so cheap too. And they actually, because they're curved, they actually dig into the styrofoam. Connie's going to be so excited that I did her technique. Now, I don't know if this is how she did it. I just seen her cover a center. Okay, I can let go. No, she got hers perfectly round. I don't know if I'm going to get mine perfectly round because this is pretty thick. Let's just try. I'm winging it here, guys. Now there is enough mesh on this that it won't even touch the styrofoam, so I'm not too worried about it in the weather. I definitely can't see Damon doing this. Somebody needs to make him some centers and send them to him, because he won't make his own centers. This is just one of those pre-made centers. It's an orange one and I didn't like it. Now you can spray paint them too. You just got to watch what kind of foam you use when you use spray paint, because some spray paints will eat, or some foam gets eat. How do you word that? The foam disintegrates when you spray. Like cracked foam, if you spray paint it, it will start to sizzle and disintegrate. Does that make sense? How am I looking? Oh, not bad. I'll be hitting with this with hot glue too, but see, aren't you guys glad I went live? This is me playing in my craft room. I still have to do a live that Tanya scheduled for me later, but this is playtime for Lori. And these are like pennies. These little pin things are like pennies each. And they're not too long, so I think it's going to be beautiful too. I bet you I get all my neighbors coming to make them one. I can see it right now. And this is going to be Easter one. Oh, it looks like a big button. Hey, that worked not bad. Alright, got my glue gun. Got my Gorilla Glue. These pins are jewelry pins. Like, you would use them for, when you put them in boxes for, I guess, jewelry, like necklaces and stuff, and they use these pins to hold the necklace. I just found floral pins were just too long for the centers and stuff. And guys, I have to say, if you run out of hand sanitizer or soap, or you can't get alcohol, splash some mouthwash on your hands. That was my public service announcement for the day. Mouthwash, most mouthwash has alcohol in it. If not, take a shot. I have to get off too soon because I think Amy Rose is going live as well. Okay, we're almost done. I'm done. I'm just sticking this on because it's for me anyways. So I did put some glue in there. Just go down 2 holes. And then the other 2 holes right below. So I'm holding on to the pipe cleaners below with my other hand. Okay. And then pull. Twist. I'll have to pull this down underneath the ruffles. Pull it a little bit tighter, but voila! I made a whole outdoor flower. Isn't it pretty? I like the purple that it's broke it up a bit. There you go. A big, huge, really easy flower. You use 1 roll of 21-inch mesh, a quarter roll of 10-inch mesh, and whatever you want to use from the set for the center. Okay, guys? Hope you enjoyed and learned a little bit. I'll see you guys all at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time tonight. We are going to make a centerpiece. I don't know if Tanya told you guys that, but we're making a centerpiece. Okay, bye guys.